Marcellus Wiley, our good buddy, making his weekly pit stop, and his More To It podcast on the Dan Patrick Podcast Network is a hit around the country, and it's available. It's sports, entertainment, cultural, and he touches on all those different landscapes there. The More To It podcast with Marcellus Wiley, wherever you get your podcast. Marcellus joining us on the program. Let me give you the poll question here. Seton, give the poll question to Marcellus.
I'm most concerned about Patrick Mahomes' ankle, Joe Burrows' cockiness, Jalen Hurts' shoulder, or Brock Purdy's inexperience.
Ankle, that's number one, because that's tangible. That's actually physical. You think about Joe Burrow and his confidence or his cockiness, I think that actually leads the charge for these Bengals. When they find themselves in dire situations, they lean on Joe Burrow and his impossible mentality of I can conquer all. You talk about the shoulder injury we had with Jalen Hurts. He's been through that before. I think he's learned how to recover from that. Brock Purdy's in an interesting place. He's in a place where he doesn't know the magnitude of the moment as much as everyone is advertising it to him. So in those moments, before you get to really recalibrate, before you have an offseason to exhale, before defenses have an offseason to game plan against you, you're still just going to ride that wave. But Patrick Mahomes is coming into this game compromised mentally and physically. He knows he's not going to be in the same situation he was last week with the adrenaline flowing, the needle poking into the ankle to give him that great medicine. All of that's going to change for Mahomes.
I also wonder, because so much of the game is reactionary, that now he's got to think when he is maybe going to have to escape the pocket. He might have to almost recalibrate in the moment to say, I can't do that, or I shouldn't do that. Athletes normally don't play that way.
Yeah, the best athlete is mindless. The glow, the zone, when you're not thinking through it, it's all instinct. And when you're compromised and you're going through the work week, the toughest part is you're always going to give yourself a physical exam. So you get out of bed, you put your ankle down. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Okay, you go to the kitchen. You're like, all right, Brittany, let me go. Let me try and go to the table. Oh, that doesn't feel good. You go to practice. You're not practicing. And now you're starting to get out of sync with your normal rhythm. And then you get on the game field, even after the injections, even after you get all the medicine and you're hyped in the crowd, you're still thinking about your ankle every single step. So that's a different athlete. That's a slower athlete, a guy who's not in the zone. So Patrick Mahomes certainly will be compromised. The game plan will have to be edited. All things will change just because of that ankle.
And this is a Bengals defense that a lot of people haven't spotlighted, but you've already contained Josh Allen, so you've contained a running quarterback, or a quarterback who can run. How do they approach Patrick Mahomes? If you were a defensive player playing against Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl on the line, you go for a tackle. How do you tackle him? Do you do anything that might be bordering on?
It wouldn't border. It would cross the border. Absolutely. You got to build a wall because I'm crossing this border.
Really?
I am trying to. Oh, of course. Are you kidding me? I get Patrick Mahomes out this game. I got Chad Henne. No disrespect, but not the same amount of respect. That's the difference. First, your first point was great. The Cincinnati Bengals defense did not get its proper due last postseason when they really carried this team to that Super Bowl appearance. They were the real MVP when Joe Burrow was kind of riding the roller coaster in the postseason. Once again, that defense shows up as well. So now you go against Patrick Mahomes, and you know he's not mobile. He's limited. And it's impossible for you to fear something you don't respect. And guess what? I don't respect that Patrick Mahomes can test us right now. I don't respect that Patrick Mahomes is going to get outside his pocket and do damage. So now we don't fear that. So now our game plan gets to now shrink their offense to just, what are you going to do in the running game? What are you going to do in the quick passing game? Because you're not going to let them go 3, 5, 7 step drop. You're going to have them in shotgun, dink, dunk, and hopefully air it out here and there. All of that plays into the hands of the Cincinnati Bengals. What a defense that is playing at a Super Bowl level.
If Joe Burrow wins this game in Kansas City, now we might put an asterisk by it if Mahomes isn't completely healthy, but does he leapfrog? Who does he leapfrog in the quarterback list, if anybody?
He's ahead of Justin Herbert already, just because of postseason success. Let's just go there. Even though I like Herbert better as a quarterback, I digress. Josh Allen, watch your back. Josh Allen, look out. Because now you're going to see a Joe Burrow who's been to 2 Super Bowls. Regardless of winning them, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, where Josh Allen, with all of his talent and all of his tangibles and everything he does for that offense and for the Buffalo team, where's your Super Bowl appearance? And Joe Burrow coming off that collegiate career, that perfect last season. He was already riding that wave, and his intangibles line up with a Tom Brady. Just a different display of them, because he is greater than the sum of his parts. You can add up Joe Burrow as a scout and say, okay, I give him a 90 grade. But somehow, some way, he goes on the field and gives you a 95. And that's why you look at his intangibles, they relate to a Tom Brady, who is someone who's going to play better than all the things that they have going, adding up.
Sometimes we look at the quarterbacking position, you go, well, that guy wouldn't win the punt, pass, and kick contest. And Josh Allen would win the punt, pass, and kick, or Justin Herbert might. Joe Burrow's not going to. I want you to react to this. Marvin, would you play the Jim Gray question to Tom Brady about his future?
Tom, you're leaving everybody guessing. You said you'll take your time. Do you have any type of a timetable as to what you might want to do regarding your football career?
Jim, if I knew what I was going to fucking do, I'd have already done it. Okay? I'm taking it a day at a time.
Okay, so is he being cranky? Is he being serious? Is he what's the context of that answer?
My grandmother used to say, the way you go in is the way you're going to go out. And what that means is Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick, number 199. And no one gave a damn about how long Tom Brady was going to play. Nobody even gave a damn about if Tom Brady was going to play into the 6th round, right? So you always have that in your ticker. And then when you get to a place where everyone is clamoring for your every word, your every moment, your every move, you can never negotiate that feeling out of your life. So when you get to this place where you truly don't know, and you've been bombarded with the same question every single day, you go back to the beginning. You go back to the foundation, which is, dude, you didn't give a damn and check for me then, so why the hell are you checking for me now? And it comes out as cranky. But Tom Brady is really in a place of indifference. He does not know. He knows the positives, but he's also smart enough to calculate the negatives of returning, potential impact to legacy, potential impact in terms of injury, and how it's going to display in his family life. This is a different Tom Brady existence. So I wouldn't call it cranky. I'll just tell everyone that Tom Brady's a little bit tired of you checking on him when you didn't check on him in the beginning.
Do you have any problem with the Cowboys Twitter site saying Dak Prescott gave away the ball twice in the narrow loss to the 49ers in a matchup the Cowboys had a chance to win if they didn't again generate self-inflicted wounds? It's still up on the Cowboys Twitter page.
Yeah, I do have a problem with it. The friendly fire of it all. Like, you're going to highlight my indiscretions, my issues on the field, knowing that this is the ultimate team game, and knowing that what you're really trying to do is trying to get cover for what the Dallas Cowboys reputation has been for the last 25 plus years, which is no postseason success. So now you're going to use me as the poster child for something that is greater than me. Not only in the moment is it greater than me, if Tony Pollard plays that entire game, I'm here to tell you guys that the Dallas Cowboys advanced in that game just because every time he gets the ball, it could be instant 6. Now, you put it all on Dak and obviously the turnovers, but still, if you're Dak Prescott, you have to feel like this is coming from higher than the social media department. Sometimes in the organization, they're disconnected. Sometimes they're taking their marching orders from someone higher. If I were Dak, I would feel like Jerry Jones had his hand in this. I would feel like someone of a senior level of executive had their hand in this, and that would make me feel really uncomfortable.
Well, I don't know what is odder, the fact that it was posted or the fact that it's still up there. Because if Jerry Jones wanted this down, it would be down. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, exactly. You think about it. One, did it get to Jerry Jones yet? Like some things, first of all, if you got billions and billions of dollars, are you paying attention to all these things? Or are your handlers coming to you and telling you, hey, man, there's some noise out there about this? And who doesn't survive better and love and thrive in the noise more than Jerry Jones? That said, it does seem like it's a conspiracy. It does seem like it's connected to higher authority, which is trying to send a message to Dak.
On the podcast this week, why Shannon Sharpe held courtside against the Grizzlies. It wasn't right.
Wasn't right. It was dead wrong. The worst part of it all is this. Shannon Sharpe, I played against Shannon Sharpe. He gave me the business my rookie year. That's when they won their back-to-back Super Bowls in Denver. I remember him holding me and laughing at me and giving me life lessons during the play. He literally said, hey, this game is about M&Ms, money and memories, young man. You'll learn it. I'm like, let me go. I'll figure that out later, right? So I got lots of love for Shannon Sharpe, but he's been on that field. He's been in the heat of battle, and he's heard the hecklers. He's seen the hecklers, and not once has he ever said, let me jump in the third row and see what's up. So why would you now flip that on Dylan Brooks and the Grizzlies, premeditated, show up to the actual game courtside, and think that they're going to cross that line when you never crossed that line? It just seemed like it was a traveling circus. Like, we have this element in media now where we're trying to go viral at any cost. And it just felt like that was one of those moments that was so lacking authenticity. And it just seemed like it was thirsting for attention.
He since apologized yesterday.
Smart.
Yeah. But how would that have played out if Dylan Brooks went over there? Oh, nobody broke it up. Or Steven Adams.
There you go. Now you're talking. Now, if Dylan Brooks went over there, it'd be Shannon Sharpe 1, Dylan Brooks and Grizzlies 0. But when Aquaman shows up, when 7-foot Aquaman shows up, we got problems. And Steven Adams, if everyone watches that video one more time, watch the security guard that goes to Steven Adams first. He got put in the washing machine. Like Steven Adams, just move, man. But this is the thing. No one wants to throw hands. No one's out there to fight. It serves no one's greater good to fight. So therefore, all of the wolf tickets that are being sold and come here and what and F you, it's like, dog, we are grown men with lots of commas on our checks. Why are you acting like this and broadcasting this to the world?
Sometimes we look at a football player and we go, man, that guy's big. And then you see Shaq. And then you go, no, that's big. Like a basketball player is big.
Yes.
Football players can be jacked, but, you look at some of these basketball players and it's like, Yao Ming. Now that's a big man.
Yeah, and he has the leverage to reach you from across the court, right? That's the thing. So you look at Shannon Sharpe. He's muscular. I mean, he's yoked up. Those are big muscles. But Shaq, Steven Adams, those are big mammals. Like, you got to look out for those dudes, man. They come at you. It's going to be a whole different game plan.
The podcast is More to It, and it's available on danpatrick.com. Wherever you get your podcast, you're gonna pick your Super Bowl teams. You're going to talk about the Marcellus Wiley curse and a few other things on the podcast this week. Did all your former teams lose this weekend?
Oh, whatever. Stop smiling. Hey, like I said when I played, everyone's like, where's your Super Bowl championship? Where's your playoff success? I said, I had bad teammates. That's all I can say. And now I guess I had bad organizations because we can't even win when I'm not on the field. It's crazy.
If you're handling the Bills, though, you got big issues and small issues.
Big issues, bigger than being advertised, because Brian Daboll left. And when he left, he took some of the punch from this offense. They just put it all on Josh Allen, leading rusher almost every week. Josh Allen. Oh, it's fine because Josh Allen is amazing. The problem is when you get to the playoffs, no one allows you to go plan A. It's all plan B. Where's your curveball, not your fastball? And that's the problem with this offense right now. McDermott's a great coach, but I think him being defensive-minded, he needs another day ball in there or else things are going to be ugly.
Thank you, Marcellus. Have a great week.
All right. Appreciate you, Dan.
Marcellus Wiley. Great podcast. Great reaction to it. We'll take a break. Some phone calls coming up. Back after this.